Here it is, I done gave you everything you need and want, and you going to go serve another God?
That's right.
You would be upset also, wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
But what I'm showing you here, sisters and brothers, all the Lord is doing is having you do what he made you to do in the first place. Now let's go back to 1 Peter, the 2nd chapter, and we're going to pick it up at verse 9. Because, sisters and brothers, I'm saying this because you're going to keep this law of the land. The Lord even got in the scriptures, hey, well, you're going to even honor your boss at your job. You got to give your boss his props. You got to. Because you are serving a God. You have to conduct yourself like that. And he's going to tell you that here too. That's why a lot of Israelites want to be self-employed. Because they don't like rules. First Peter 2 and 9. 1 Peter 2 and 9. 1 Peter 2 and 9. When you get there, brother, go ahead and read.
But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and holy nation, a peculiar people.
You're the peculiar treasure in Exodus 19 chapter. Right. Now you're a peculiar people. Because you're dealing with everybody now.
That's right.
Because Jesus is the light not only to Israel, but to the Gentile too. But there's one law for all. We all have to walk the same way. Right. We all have to walk in that same divine order. We all have to come under the blood of Jesus.
That's right.
Go ahead and read.
That ye should show forth the praises of him who have called you out of darkness into his marvelous light.
Go ahead.
Which in time past were not a people, but are now the people of God, which had not obtained mercy, but now have obtained mercy.
Go ahead.
Dearly beloved, I beseech you as strangers and pilgrims, abstain from fleshly lusts, which war against the soul. Having your conversation honest among the Gentiles.
See, you know this conversation, it is your lifestyle. You have to walk upright among the Gentiles, among all other nations. People have to see God in you. That's why they let your light shine. That's right. Yes. They have to see God when they look at you. Go ahead and read.
That whereas they speak against you as evildoers, they may by your good works, which they shall behold, glorify God in the day of visitation.
You understand? Because they might not like what you're doing, but what you're doing is all good work because you ain't not doing anything wrong to nobody.
That's right.
You know, because when you first come on the scene, they always speaking evil of you. Yeah. Call you all kinds of names, and you just walking in God's law. Keep walking. To finally they just say, man, ain't nothing wrong with this brother. But Satan going to put that in their mind because Satan, he got his servants too. It is discouraged those that are walking in the light.
Right.
I don't deal with negative, brother. You can say what you wanted to.
Right.
Don't touch me. That's all I'm saying. Because the book says, because we touch you. Now, I ain't going to lay hands on you without a cause. You done caused me to knock you out. So I'm all right. You can say what you want to say words there. I ain't worried about that. Right. I'm a big boy now. I can handle that.
Right.
Go ahead and read.
13. Submit yourselves to every ordinance of man for the Lord's sake.
See, you submit yourself to every ordinance of man for whose sake?
The Lord's
sake. For the Lord's sake. That's because right. You are representing God, That's sisters right. and brothers. Right. Go ahead and read.
Whether it be to the king as supreme.
Whether it be to the king as supreme.
Or unto governors. As unto them that are sent by him for the punishment of evildoers.
See, the Lord, he set them up.
That's right.
He the one set them up. So as long as you walk right, you don't have to worry about that.
That's right.
Go ahead and read.
And for the praise of them that do well.
And for the praise that do well. As long as you do everything the government say do, you all right. They ain't going to bother you. Just keep your stuff in order. Skip down to verse 17 and read. Because the Lord even got it so, hey, man, you got to pay attention to your boss at work. I got a woman boss, younger than me, and everything, but I give her props. Some days she come in, she smiling, hey, how you doing, ma'am, all that. And some days she come in, she mad at the world. And I try to stay out of her way. Because you're a woman in scorn, I see I'm walking the other way.
Right.
She catch me sometimes and she give me a piece of mind and I say, yes, ma'am. And I keep going.
Right.
You have to bite your lips sometimes. I got a young brother at work. Young brother, young to be my son. He's my supervisor. I give him the same prop. Yes, sir.
Right.
I have no respect to person. But as long as I give them their respect, they don't even bother me.
That's right.
Because the Lord tells you to act like that. And then when they do get mad at you or do things out of whack, you let them alone. Lord got you. Don't worry about that. Go ahead and read this, man.
Honor all men. Love the brotherhood.
And you know, you got to love the brotherhood. We're going to look at that too. Go ahead and read.
Fear God. Honor the king. Servants, be subject to your masters with all fear.
Because your master now is your boss at your job. They are your master. Go ahead and read.
Not only to the good and gentle, but also to the front.
You know that boss that come in and just talking crazy all the time? Yes. Talking all kinds of foul stuff. You just got to bite your lip and take it. But if you screw up, expect somebody to say something to you. Go ahead and read.
For this is thankworthy. If a man for conscience toward God endure grief, suffering wrongfully.
Now, if you endure something wrongfully, hey, man, just take it. Go ahead and read.
For what glory is it if, when he be buffeted for your faults?
You know, don't get buffed up when you fault, when you make mistake. Because, you know, some brothers, they do wrong and they boss check them. They get mad at them. Well, he wouldn't have hollered at you if you wouldn't have screwed up, man. Well, I'm a man. You don't talk to me like that. Okay, I won't talk to you like that. You fired. Lose your job. That's why when you tell when my boss or something, say something, I don't pay no attention because I know I need my job. Especially nowadays. Go ahead and read.
You shall take it patiently. But if, when you do well, you suffer for it.
Now, if you do well and you suffering for it, don't worry about that. Go ahead and read.
You take it patiently. This is acceptable with
because
God.
Because it's acceptable. The Lord accepts that.
Right.
He said, look at my servant. I allow Satan to come in that man's mind and go after my servant and look at him. He upholding himself. Just sit there and hold on because the Lord is going to deal with him.
Right.
All you got to do is sit back and watch. That's all you got to do. I done seen it plenty of times. Go ahead and read.
For even hereunto were ye called, because Christ also suffered for us, leaving us an example that you should follow his steps.
Because ain't neither one of us had to suffer anything like the Master.
That's right.
He suffered to death.
That's right.
Now, okay, your boss done hurt your little feelings. Okay, so what?
Right. Right.
How many times you done sinned against God? Think about what I'm saying here. You know, but it also said love the brotherhood. Because, you know, brothers don't realize, hey, man, you can't have nothing against your brother.
That's right.
Or talk evil about your brother and call yourself walking in the light. You ain't walking in your light if you treating your brother wrong. That is not the light. And the Lord is going to tell you that by the mouth of John. Let's go to 1 John, the 2nd chapter. Brothers saying they love the Lord and they walking in the light. But I'm watching how you do your brother. Watching how you're treating your brother. And you call yourself walking in the light? I don't think so. 1 John 2 and 7. 1 John 2 and 7.
Brethren, I write no new commandment unto you.
Hold on, Israel. All right, go on here.
Brethren, I write no new commandment unto you, but an old commandment which ye had from the beginning. The old commandment is the word which ye have heard from the beginning.
Because you heard this in the beginning. Go ahead and read.
Again, a new commandment I write unto you, which thing is true in him and in you, because the darkness is past and the true light now shineth.
And that true light do shine. And that light was Jesus. What?
Right.
Go ahead and read.
He that saith he is in the light and hateth his brother is in darkness even until now.
Now, if you talking about you in the light and you hate your brother, you are not walking in the light. You are walking in darkness, sisters and brothers. Right. Go ahead and read.
He that loveth his brother abideth in the light.
Now, when you love your brother, you abideth in the light. Go ahead and read.
And there's none occasion of stumbling in him. But he that hateth his brother is in darkness, and walketh in darkness, and knoweth not whither he goeth, because that darkness hath blinded his eyes. Because
you done hated your brother, you are walking in darkness. That's why the Lord say you love one another. You know, you love thy neighbor as thyself.
Right.
You don't want nobody hating you for nothing, so why are you hating somebody for nothing?
That's right.
If you're doing that, that means you're walking in darkness. You are no part of the light. You're going to let something that small stop you from walking in the light. Hating a brother.
Right.
Let's go a little further. Let's go to 1 Corinthians 6 chapter. Because brothers and sisters, I'm going to let you know now. Being a servant of God, you cannot go hanging out with any and everybody. I am not saying that you are better than anybody else. You know, even Jesus himself, he wouldn't sit with the publicans and everything, but he didn't go around them every day. The same brother who you know ain't doing the right